Bloom Bearer. Everyone loves Bitter Blossom. Oh my god, that is like one of the most, gushed over cards outside of the actual card Gush. Bitter Bloom Bearer is a black 1/1 fairy rogue, flash and flying. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may lose 1 life and create a 1/1 blue and black fairy creature token with flying. I actually, in some ways, like this card so much more than the actual Bitter Blossom for a few reasons. First off, you can hold up interaction at instant speed on turn 2. Instead of committing to the board playing Bitter Blossom and let your opponent just completely blast you in the face by tapping out because they know you don't have any counter spells, you're not going to have any interaction. Instead, now you can actually hold that mana up. So you can hold up your counter spells, you can hold up your removal, you can hold up your interaction, and if the coast is clear, all right, throw out your Bitter Bloom Bearer, or even better yet, if they play a spell that commits to them, you play your Bitter Bloom Bearer, and you start making your 1/1s and get your tokens. Now, one thing, even addition to a little bit better, in my opinion, to the Bitter Blossom, is that Bitter Bloom Bearer can be killed by you. Yeah, I can't explain to you how many times my opponent died to their own Bitter Blossom. They're at 3 life. I'm at 20 life. They got like 2 tokens on the board. They did the math. They're not beating me. It's not happening. Not in time. So, you would prefer to have the option to blow up your Bitter Blossom, but it's an enchantment. Not so easy for every deck, especially if you're in like the colors of blue and black, which the fairies usually like to do. But with Bitter Bloom Bearer, you can just destroy it. You can Fatal Push the damn thing. You can hit it with Lightning Bolt if you want. There's a lot of different methods. Maybe you can ninjutsu it back into your hand. I don't know. But the point is, the Bitter Bloom Bearer, I think, is going to be more flexible than Bitter Blossom and actually probably more playable, in my opinion. Soul of Sam Hine says, saw that goblin you mentioned yesterday. Oh yes, that goblin is absolutely insane. We saw Meek attack already, believe it or not. All right, so we're gonna be, we already had a stream already on Lorwyn Eclipsed, so we need to look at more fresh, new cards that have not actually been mentioned. Mercenary says, Bitter Bloom Bearer can be flashed in and it can be killed on top of attacking your enemies. Yes, those are the 2 main reasons I would think I would like this card over Bitter Blossom. Of course, and you know what? For all the Bitter Blossom fans, now you have 2 Bitter Blossoms. Redundancy for all the Commander players out there. Yeah, you could get ninjutsu. So you play at end of turn, you get the token, you attack, you ninjutsu something else, then maybe you don't lose so much life. You can play the Bitter Bloom Bearer somewhere else. You still have that 1 other token in play if necessary. Has Mirror Form been mentioned? No, actually, I don't think it has. Mirror Form. And I think at this point we can look at the cards that have been reprinted. So Mirror Form is a 6-mana instant. Each non-land permanent you control becomes a copy of target non-aura permanent. Very fun for all the Commander players. So if you love Mirror Form, well, there you go. You got a new art to Mirror Form, because I believe this is not a... Oh, they did... The old one was that guy, right? It was just that weird... It was like a... I think it was a George Costanza, if I remember correctly. Let's... Hold on. Mirror Form... I swear it was like, no, I want the old. Oh, this is new. Oh, I must be thinking of something else. This is just totally new. Mirror Form is a new card. Then what is it imitating? There is another mirror something, and it's got George Costanza all over it, if you know what I'm talking about. And I think it's like, so each non-land permanent you control becomes a copy of target non-aura permanent. Oh, do you know what I think it is? The other one was just creature. So now everything can be the copy of a permanent. So everything can be a Jeweled Lotus. No, Jeweled Lotus is banned. Mana Crypt. No, that's banned too. Soul Ring. There we go. I'm sorry. I only have powerful cards on my mind. Only powerful cards. Yeah, it's a very new card. Everything is a mount. Each non. It's only. Oh, and it's to everybody. This is going to be a Chaos Ensues card, especially that it's at instant speed. So it becomes like a fog. Each non-land per. Oh, sorry. No, it's you control. Keep misreading this guy. I keep misreading this card. That's a bad Nikachu. It's bad. You're gonna get slapped. So, but okay, so it's everything that you control. So I don't know why you'd want to make everything a mountain. That seems a little silly. Unless you're really desperate on mana. And you need to have a lot of non-land permanents because you're wasting 6 mana to turn everything into a mountain in the first place. Okay, next up, let's take a look at... Okay, Christopher B has some comment on Bitter Blossom killing you. That is what Mistblind Cleek is for. Yeah, but that card sucks. That card is just asking to get 2 for 1. It was only good back in the day, but it couldn't hang with the rest of the metagame. It's like Mirror Weave. Ah, okay. I really want to show that George Costanza. Mirror Weave. I swear. I swear. There we go. George Costanza, everybody. Everybody's a George Costanza. I thought it was this card. I was wrong. It's its own card. It's the mirror form now. This is gonna be a banger for the Commander players. They're gonna love it. Fun for everyone, except for maybe the opponents. Okay, moving on. Let's take a look at Pacers Fan Forever, who was not here last time, I don't think. Spine Rock Tyrant. Spine Rock. Oh, is it not out yet? I don't think it's officially spoiled. So it's got to be cards that have been officially spoiled by Wizards of the Coast. It cannot have been leaked yet. No leaks today. But eventually we'll look at all the leaked cards because they'll be officially spoiled. And I heard the spoiler season is really short. It's going to happen really quickly. We saw Meek Attack the other day. Let's look. Yeah, Festivus. Festivus for the rest of us. Did we ever look at this card? Here, well, while we're randomly here. Appeal to Irdu. It's a 4-mana instant with Convoke. 1 or 2 target creatures each get +2/+1 until end of turn. Draft card. We got it. We got a draft card for us. Festivus for the rest of us. Especially if you're a Mirror Weave. Whoops. I can't leave this site. Okay, Vec has Dawnhand Dissident been done? Dawnhand Dissident. No, we have not looked at that card. Looks cool. Dawnhand Dissident is a black 1/2 elf warlock. Tap Blight 1, Surveil 1. If I understand, Blight is an opponent has to put a -1/-1 counter on their creature. The opponent, I think. Tap Blight 2. Or maybe you have to put on your creature. I can't remember what blighting is. Or maybe blight is like, okay, maybe you blight people or you blight yourself. I know it has to do with -1/-1 counters. So tap Blight 2, exile target card from a graveyard. And also during your turn, you may cast creature spells from among cards you own exiled with this creature by removing 3 counters from among creatures you control in addition to paying their other costs. So okay, I'm assuming we're going to get the counters, and then we can remove those -1/-1 counters to then play the cards that we've exiled outside of the game. Card looks okay. You know what? I would say, it's probably a fun card to play with, but I would bet pretty strongly that it's bad. I think it's clunky, so you need to wait how many times? Well, maybe if there's synergy with something else, you can get more counters on cards faster, because otherwise, it's very dirtily. It's very, very dirtily. Remove persist counters too. Ooh. Okay, so I have a little bit of a combo with persist. Yeah, blight, you put a -1/-1 on your creature. Okay, yeah, we're gonna blight ourselves here. The fleshes have been blighted. The fleshes have also been reached in this case. So I wouldn't say surveilling 1 is that big of a deal. I mean, it's sort of like a merfolk looter, sort of. The Blight 2 is where it's at by exiling, basically keeping your opponent's graveyard count down. But it's not free. You have to be putting these -1/-1 counters on your cards. I mean, you're going to be in situations where you're like, well, I can't really activate this because I'm going to kill my creatures. That's not good. So it's even more clunky than I would think. So anyway, I think the card's okay. The card looks okay. It's got to be in the right deck. Because otherwise, I think you have to activate it like probably at least twice. And it says during your turn, you may cast a card. Well, then that might only be like 3 turns. Turn 1, you play the card. Turn 2, you blight 1. Turn 2, you blight 2, exile a creature, and then you can play it. Do I have to pay among creatures in addition to paying their other costs. So I still have to cast the card for its mana. And what if I don't have the mana for it? Exile this creature by removing 3 cards from among 3 counters from among creatures you control in addition to paying their other costs. Yeah, if I don't have the mana, then I can't even play the damn card. That's unfortunate. It's almost like it's like a weird Ragavan, really. It's not very aggressive either. Mappia says, is today's show for new cards or only or are reprints allowed? Today reprints will be allowed because I don't know if the inventory of cards is going to be that strong. Beck says you can remove any counter as well, so things like stun counters from Sleep Cursed Fae, for example. Is that how Blight works? So you can remove counters at the same time? Since it's saying removing 3 count. So you're talking about, okay, not Blight. You're talking about playing creatures. That is true. Okay, so yeah, so other creatures, if they've got a bad counter on it, like a stun counter, you can remove those counters. You can remove the bad stun counters. Okay, next up, let's take a look at Morning Song Aria. Sorry, Morn Song Aria. Oh, we did that one already. Sorry about that. We saw it the other day. Well, I have a super chat, so let's take a look at Elixir's card. Lava Leaper. Leap in those lavas. This is a 4-mana 4/4 elemental. All creatures have haste. That's not just yours, it's also your opponent's. Let the chaos ensue. Whenever a player taps a basic land for mana, that player adds 1 mana of any type that land produced. Oh my god. It's going to become a free-for-all. Everyone has double the mana. Everyone has haste cards. Wouldn't it be entertaining if that was like a rule 0? All right, everybody. Everyone has double mana. Everyone has haste. In fact, let's reduce our life totals down to half what the usual life total is. It's like, it's blitz magic. Let's try to get this. We need this game done in 5 minutes, and this is how we're going to do it. The card has to, the game has to end card. Come on, let's finish this off. I got to work I got to work at 6 a.m. and it's 2 a.m. right now. Yeah, double mana. Oh, only the basics? Well, it's going to be... Well, then that's going to suck for everyone that is playing with non-basics. Fortunately for me, my commander decks are basically monocolor, and they're all blue. And I got a lot of basic islands, so I'm going to benefit off this. Easily. Frosty says, Happy New Year. I feel as though I haven't seen you since last year. Well, come by more often, Frosty. I have not gone anywhere. I am stuck in this chair for an entire year. Steve Cooper can also verify that. It's going to be great. It's going to be great in EDH. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Well, great is subjective. It's going to do things. I don't know if it's going to do good things for you, the person playing the Lava Leaper. I mean, one advantage is if you're going to play Lava Leaper, you can play with a lot of basic mountains and hopefully benefit more from your mana doubling than your opponents will. Okay, this is a very, very cool card. The card that will really move the game along. Move it along. Okay, we got Steve Cooper with Riz the Evermore. Riz the Evermore. Is it really Riz? Like, it's got Riz? It's gonna basically start attracting people. Okay, it's a 2-mana 2/2 Elf Warrior Flash. When Riz enters, another target creature you control gains persist until end of turn. And for a white, tap, remove any number of counters from target creature you control. Activate only as a sorcery. That's like a weird ability. I think that's a really weird ability, especially since it's got Flash and it's got a weird tap thing. It's like Riz Stick Studies. Oh, you said Ray. I see it as Riz. It's Riz. It's Riz. It's gonna start getting. It's gonna start wooing your women. This guy's dating game is like really strong. Big jawline. Where's the jawline on this guy? Rise? Could be Rise too. I don't know. It's possible. Is this a callback from the OG Lorwyn and Shadowmoor blocks? Why is that? So when it enters, target creature gains persist until end of turn. That's about it. I mean, okay, so this is a sweet comeback trick. Okay, I attack with everything. Oh, you block with anything? All right, in response, I'm going to make one of my creatures get persistent, and it's not going to die. There is one disadvantage to this card, though. If you were to want to play this in like a mono-white sort of taxing deck, there's a lot of white creatures that have 1 toughness. So the creature that dies and comes back, it would just die again, and it would just never come back. So you can only use this effect on any creature that has 2 toughness or more. Otherwise, it's going to be useless. I'm not really a fan of this pay white, tap, remove any number of counters from target creature you control. Like, maybe that's good. Maybe that's fine. I think it's a weird ability. It would be better if it was at instant speed. Like, sorcery makes it super clunky. You can't block with this thing. You can't block. You also can't like. Oh, I see. If I do it at sorcery speed. No, I don't know the difference. I don't know the difference. Are they thinking it's too strong if it's instant speed in combat? So like I could just attack with persist creatures constantly, and when they die, I just instantly remove the counter that it just got. Well, the flash is useless. I mean, it gives 1 creature persist. That's about it. I mean, sorry, I shouldn't say the flash is useless. The flash is useless with the sorcery speed activation to this card. Good way to remove stasis counters. I don't know why you have this in a stasis deck. I also don't know why you're playing stasis. Very rude archetype to play. Okay, next up, let's take a look at Kano with Champion of the Weird? Is it Weird Al? Champion of the Weird, or is it Champion of Weird? No, this card has not been revealed yet. We're only looking at officially revealed cards from Wizards, not leaked cards. I know I heard the story on the street is that the whole set has been already leaked already, but we can only look at cards that have been officially been revealed by Wizards of the Coast and are on their Gatherer page. Okay, let's take a look at Pejman's Abigail. This card also isn't out yet. Oh, no, it is. Maybe I have to scroll down for some of these things. I don't know why other stuff is popping up. Abigail, Eloquent First Year. For a 2-mana 1/1 Bird Bard. Flying, First Strike, and Lifelink. When Abigail enters, up to 1 other target creature loses all abilities. That is sick. Put a flying counter, a First Strike counter, and a Lifelink counter on that creature. Oh no. Loses all abilities, and it didn't even become a 1/1. Wait a minute. Okay, well, this is interesting. I think it's a cute card because it can interact with your opponent's creature if it has like a lot of static abilities. Like, what's that dinosaur? It's that dinosaur everybody hates. I can't remember the dinos, but the dinos have all sorts of stupid like attack triggers. They have ETBs that you can't interact with, but they got attack triggers too. So before they attack, you play this and they lose all those abilities. And like whatever, they're gonna fly, but they're not. Their attack triggers aren't gonna work. Atali, that's what I was thinking of. Atali is nuts. My friend started to play Atali, and we all experienced the wrath of that damn thing. I couldn't deal with it because it was uncounterable, so I got screwed by it. Yeah, I think this is cool. So you can interact with your opponent. You could also just use it on one of your cards. What if you have like a 6/6 in play, but it's got no way of dealing damage? Well, play Abigail, target your own creature. It's going to lose all its abilities, but it's going to get a flying counter. And it's permanent. That's a flying counter. All right, that's not until end of turn. That is permanent. Same thing with the First Strike counter and the Lifelink counter. Basically, a Titan coming in the air for billions of points of damage. Itali Promicon. There was there was a dinosaur that had an ETB and an attack. So you can't, like I said, you can't deal with the ETB, but you can deal with the attack trigger. Maybe it wasn't Itali. Do you get the punny name? I don't get it. Eloquent First Year? Is that is it a punny game? Or is the Champions of the Perfect? Is that a card? Use only the 2020 with no abilities. Okay, let's look at Champions of the Perfect, apparently. Okay, this is a 4-mana 6/6 elf warrior. As an additional cost to cast this spell, behold an elf and exile it. Well, that doesn't sound good. So you got to exile an elf you control or an elf card from your hand. That's awful. Whenever you cast a creature spell, draw a card. Oh. It's funny. They'll do everything they can to bring back... what is it? Glimmer. What is the green sorcery here? It's a green. Whenever you cast a creature, draw a card. They'll do everything to bring that card back, except actually bring that card back in Modern. It's been banned for forever. Glimpse of Nature. That's right. Glimpse of Nature on a crit. And that's what this show is all about. The Lorwyn Eclipsed is bringing back all those nostalgic MTG designs. Glimpse of Nature is back again. Actually, this is not the first time. I don't think it's going to be the last either. I really hate an elf player going off because they're drawing an unlimited number of cards. When this creature leaves the battlefield, return the exiled card to its owner's hand. The creature leaves the battlefield. Return. Oh, I see. So you get the card back too. So you're not losing it permanently. Exile an elf you control. And also, I guess if we exile the elf in play, it might even have an ETB. So when my Champions of the Perfect die, my creature comes back, ETB, and get more value. It's actually pretty cool. Glimpse of Nature is impossible to get it signed by its artist with Jugan. Some of those artists, they're in hiding, I don't blame them. Those artists are completely overrun with, orders for signatures to the point you wait a year for to get your card back. I think that's insane. I think it's absolutely insane. And when an artist comes to a convention, the only thing they should allow the artist to do is just sign the cards so that they can just get through everybody. I'm actually not a fan of the artists that waste everybody's time by doing altars and stuff. I know everyone, they love altars, but you're holding up the line to 100 people behind you, and those people are dropping out of the line to do something else because they don't want to wait all day for everyone to get their altar done. Or those altars should cost way more, $1,000. Nikachu, if you notice, but they are trying to bring back Champion and X mechanic. Yeah, they're bringing it back. This is not bad, actually. You know what? I could get behind this. Because first off, you don't need the creature... You don't need your creature to resolve to champion anything. This is much better. You, at your will, get to exile a creature in play, or, most importantly, exile a card in your hand, which is worthless. The card in your hand isn't worth that much. The card you've spent mana on to put on the battlefield, to interact with your opponent, to attack and defend, that's worth way more than the card in your hand, which is just sitting there like a doorstop. So this is a far more improved design. You can't get 2 for... Or I don't know. I guess you still can get 2 for 1 by counter spells. So you go Champions of the Perfect, exile a creature in play, or exile a card from your hand. You get counter spelled. You still lose. But... in terms of removal, you don't, because you're going to get the old card back anyway. Yeah, you still lose the card forever. I get it, but that's fine. I do think the Behold mechanic is better than Reveal from your hand or Champion mechanics. Well, this is not Reveal. This is just... Oh, you mean the flexibility makes it more reasonable? Oh, absolutely. I think it's really good. I got my Carl Kopinski artist proof signature pretty quick. Some artists... they can get back to you very quickly. They can. But some artists, especially a lot of old artists that have a ton of iconic art on really good cards, they're swamped. Just absolutely swamped. Champion doesn't get 2 for 1 with counterspell. Why not? So additional cost to cast this spell, behold an elf. Not behold an elf and exile. Okay, exiled it. That was a cost. Then you counter my card. Then my creature is gone. That's it. See, when it says at the bottom, when this creature leaves the battlefield, which means it needed to enter the battlefield in the first place, you return the exiled card back to a hand. So if it does get countered, you're getting 2 for 1. It's gone. The way I understand it. Next, let's take a look at Mappius with Idyllic Tutor. This is sounds like a reprint. Is it? It looks like, is it going in a commander set or like one of those collector boosters? Idyllic Tutor, a 3-mana sorcery. Search your library for an enchantment card, reveal it, and put it into your hand. For anyone that needs this card. Is it expensive? Is it cheap? What's going on with this thing? Oh, Mega Mika, get another card. Mika Attack was done already. Yeah, I know they brought back Sneak Up. Get me another card, Mega Mika. It is a special guest slot in packs. What the hell does that mean? Oh, very iconic, wonderful card of Magic the Gathering. Please be our guest for this special slot. We're going to leave a special slot just for you. You should have scrolled for Kano's card. Okay, I can look for that in a soonish, but not right now. Less than $1. Not big money here. And can I also say, I think the art is creepy. Look, there's no eyeballs. The eyeballs are blacked out. It feels like this card is soulless, or it's gonna steal my soul. It's looking for one. It's looking, and it needs eyes. My eyes. Okay, so let's look at Champion of the Weird. Can I just look up Weird? Is that gonna pop up? I don't see it. Am I spelling weird wrong? No. Champion. It's not here. Champion. It's just not here. I don't see it. It's not on their it's not in their image gallery. It's image gallery or bust. Champion of the I just see Champion of the Perfect. We're gonna move on. Let's look at Kano's Hexing Squelcher. The hell is that? Oh, we saw Hexing Squelcher. Sorry about that. Subterfuge. And I'm keeping an eye out for you, Mega Mika. Just make another card. You gotta shout out another card. Okay, for 5 mana, we have a 3/5 Elemental Incarnation. Looks like a dolphin and a dragonfly and an eagle all in one. It's a 3/5. When this creature enters, target creature gains flying, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw that many cards until end of turn. Good God! It's got Encore for 9 mana. Exile this card from your graveyard. For each opponent, create a token that's a copy that attacks that opponent this turn. If able, they gain haste. Sacrifice them at the beginning of the next end step. Activate only as a sorcery. It's a pretty banger ability. I actually really like that graveyard ability. Really, really good card. Because so the front half I'm actually not that impressed with. Like, whatever, it's a 3 mana 3/5, really strong effect, but Encore is insane. So you have nothing better to do, your board is empty, like Encore, and then like just cash in and draw a billion cards. Champion of the Weird is so weird that it's on Scryfall but not Gather. Is it on Scry? Okay, we'll look it up on Sierra. Champion of the Weird. It's probably because it's doesn't look like a leak at all. Champion of the Weird. 4 mana for a 5/5 Goblin Berserker. Looks like a wrestler of some sort. As an additional cost to cast this spell, behold a goblin and exile it. Pay 1 life and blight 2. Target opponent also blights 2. Activate only as a sorcery. So you're gonna shrink, but we're also gonna shrink. We're gonna shrink together. When this creature leaves the battlefield, return the exiled card to its owner's hand. That's it. Oh, what the hell? Wait a minute. Whoa, wait a minute. You just have to pay 1 life and just have a bunch of toughness on the battlefield, right? Guys, Violent Beetle is like, does he wear wasp nest as boxing gloves? I guess so, you know what? The honey badger don't care, and probably the Champion of the Weird was raised by honey badgers. Yeah, it doesn't look like a leak. I guess, well, you know what? It's just the state of the world these days that fan-made websites like Scryfall are going to operate way faster than Wizards of the Coast on their own website. Pathetic. I'm not surprised at all. Absolutely not surprised whatsoever. Weird. It is a weird card. Basically, you're going to shrink your stuff to shrink your opponent's stuff, and you can do this as many times as you want for as much life as that you have, and for as much toughness that you have. So in theory, you could make someone shrink. I mean, depending on like what they have on the battlefield, you could shrink their board, and then this thing dies, and that's not such a big idea. I actually have a question. Can I put 2 -1/-1 counters on a creature that only has like that's only a 1/1? I would assume so. I assume that would be all legal and 100% fine, but I don't know the nuances of this thing. Does he wear wasp nest as boxing gloves? Yes. Yeah, so Pedman says, if you need to know the state of Wizards of the Coast efficacy, the arena event I'm qualified to has 17th January on the MTG Arena client, but 10th January on the official website. That's Wizards of the Coast for you. Now, I don't try to blame them too much. The whole operation is a big cluster F. You know, it's completely disorganized and crazy. But you know what? We still pay for our Magic cards, right? And that's why I think it's most important you buy them from FusionGamingOnline.com. Today's sponsor. Where best to buy your Magic cards for Lorwyn Eclipsed than none other than the Lord and Savior, FusionGamingOnline.com, where you can get, why are we advertising? Where is Lorwyn Eclipsed? I'm pretty sure it's going to come up any moment. You pre-order your cards. And don't forget to use coupon code Nikachu to get 5% off all your purchases, and it supports the channel. Of course, you want to get a little deal on that. Lorwyn Eclipsed. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards for Magic Online. So if you play on the digital client Magic Online, you can play old decks anytime you want. Experiment in Standard, Pioneer, Modern, Legacy. Lorwyn Eclipsed. I don't know about day one, baby. Day 1 to 3, somewhere around there with Mana Traders. You can support the channel using my Mana Traders coupon code Nikachu_58V for 40% cash back on your 3rd month subscription. All right, let's get back. Let's get back to business. Lorwyn Eclipsed, baby. Megamika, where's your next card? I disqualified your card. I need your next one. I see your super chat. The problem is we've done Mika Attack already. We did that in the last stream. Give us another card. Okay, I saw a Stormy Cat ask for a card. Where's Stormy Cat? Stormy Cat. Stormy Cat. Stormy Cat. Stormy Cat. Damn it! Where's your post, Stormy Cat? Post it again. There it is. Formidable Speaker. How formidable. This is a 3-mana 2/4 Elf Druid. When this creature enters, you may discard a card. If you do, search your library for a creature card, reveal it, put in your hand, then shuffle. That's insane! That is insane! What the hell? So it's just tutor. Search your live, put it into your hand. It puts it into your hand? In your hand? What's the downside to this card? This is just 3 mana, basically demonic tutor for the green players. Old friend Bear is like surprised. It's like, no way! I also mean no way. By the way, that's not all. Pay 1, tap, untap another target permanent. A permanent? Like Gaia's Cradle permanent? Lotus Field permanent? Karuland permanent? Low cost, big butt, wild ability. It's ETB. So if we blink this card, we can look for even more creatures. Fauna Shaman always sucked. Like, you know, waiting till next turn to get the card that you want. I mean, the upside to Fauna Shaman is that it was a repeatable ability. You can do it over and over and over and over again. But in the, yeah, so you could repeat it over and over again. But like in 2025 and also 2026, sorry, 2026, all your creatures are going to die. It's very easy. So anyway, this card, now it's not completely free. You do have to discard a card from your hand. So you can't, top decking this is going to be a little awkward. Right, hear that, Elves players? You got to keep a little something, a little dry powder in hand for your formidable speaker. So it's going to be it's going to speak. Elves are back, baby. Whoever said they left? If you want to play like tier 0 elves, go play pre-modern. It is the most powerful form of elves I've ever seen because they play with survival of the fittest. You can easily just turn 3. I've been turn 2 in pre-modern. It's crazy. Pedroman says the discard is an upside if you play in the right deck. I don't see how you could play it wrong. Like, you could even discard a crappy, like, mana dork elf if you wanted to and get, like, a much more better utility elf. Basically, I mean, it's just more redundancy. It's, this card is just wild, I think. Yeah, that's going to be a staple somewhere. It's going to be a staple in every green deck possible. Is Glimpse of Nature legal in pre-modern? No, because it's too new. So in pre-modern, it's only the old frames. But I'll tell you what, there is a creature in Urza Saga that is a Glimpse of Nature. It's like a green 2/1 creature, and whenever you play a creature spell, you draw a card. So it's effectively they have Glimpse of Nature in pre-modern, and it's got Echo. But the Echo doesn't matter because you've drawn a billion cards off of it. So it doesn't matter. Doesn't have to be a creature. You can discard a land. That's true. Yeah, you can discard a land. But I assume you need your lands. It's true. You can discard anything. It's perfectly fine. No, formidable speaker. Banger card coming from Lorwyn Eclipsed. Mega Miko with finally their super chat. The Shine Striker. Shrine. Damn, I don't see Shrine. I see Jungle Shrine. I don't think that's what you want, though. Shrine Striker. Is it on Scryfall? No, it's not here yet. Sorry about that. Shrine Striker. It does not. Such card does not exist. At least it might have been leaked, but we can only look at the cards that have been officially spoiled. So in the find me another card. Oh, it's Shine? Shine Hold on. Oh, Shine. As in shiny. Oh, we did not do that one. Okay, so this actually is a super chat. Okay, 6 mana for a 3/3 elemental flying. It's got Vivid. When this creature enters, draw cards equal to the number of colors among permanents you control. Pretty sure we saw this the other day, but even then, this is basically 6, or maybe we saw something similar with another Vivid ability. So it's 6 mana for a 3. It's like a super Silvergill Adept. Just by itself, it's a 6 mana 3/3 draw card. But then if you have like a Sliver Queen on the battlefield, you draw 5. It's really shiny. It's all colors of the rainbow over there. Old Friend Bear says, I'm going to play the speaker in my Helga commander deck for sure. I'll tutor up the Hullbreaker Horror. I have a feeling everyone is going to play that card. It's just another tutor. Like, how do you not play with tutors? Every commander deck basically jams as many tutors as possible, for the most part. Mercenary says, pre-modern is 4th edition through Scourge, for which those sets were played. Oh yeah, I forgot about it. Yeah, it's 4th edition. The really, really old sets don't work. The art is classic 2000s MTG. It might also just be classic 2000s. Very classic too. They're very multi-chrome, or chromatic, I should say. Okay, who wants a card? Argentina with Sig's Command. Oh my god, is Murpho getting a command? Sig's Command, Sig Wanderwine, Hall Fountain. Oh, it's not here. Sig's Command. Is it on Scryfall? I'm so curious. No, it's not. Sorry about that, Argentina. It doesn't exist yet. We're gonna wait event. We have to wait. Oh, they got the shock lens back? Holy crap! This is beautiful! This is so good looking. It's so beautiful. Now, would I actually play it as my Hollowed Fountain? I don't know. Maybe. The other one doesn't look like a Hollowed Fountain. So they also have the day and night versions. Oh, if I remember correctly, I think they said like the front is day, the back is night. Yeah. Sorry, they flip a Rooney. So they Where am I here? Okay, there's this. Yeah, so they can actually flip over. Hey there, MTG Gaming Bob. See you longer, snack cakes. The Lorwyn Eclipsed video said a lot of original Lorwyn block artists are returning for the set. Who is this here? Justin Gerard. Welcome back, Justin. Beautiful. Toilet Duck with Winnowing. Winnowing is... Oh my god, there's a waifu card. I have to share the waifu card. Winnowing for 6 mana. It's got Convoke. For each player, you choose a creature that player controls. Then each player sacrifices all other creatures they control that don't share a creature type with the chosen creature they control. Huh? Huh? What? It's a sorcery, by the way. So, okay, for each player, let's say there's 4. You choose a creature that player controls. Okay, I choose this, this, that. Then each player sacrifices all other creatures they control that don't... Oh, okay, okay. Is this a reprint? This feels familiar. Or maybe it's not a reprint. Maybe it's the first one that you convoke into play. It's one-sided kindred board wipe. That, yeah, they control that don't share a creature type with the chosen creature they control. Ha ha! Laughs in Merfolk. Finally, a board wipe that actually doesn't screw me over. This is the first. Yeah, not playing Kindred is it's a board wipe. I think this is the first board wipe in the history of the game that is not gonna wreck me like crazy. Doesn't say destroy. Well, it says sacrifice, which actually is in general more dangerous because it gets around cards that are indestructible. Also gets around cards that might have hexproof too, if that matters. But you do have to target one card in the first place. Or do you choose? No, you choose a creature. It completely gets around hexproof. Hexproof players are in complete distress. What are they gonna do? I built my whole deck not to be targeted or destroyed. The Winnowing has something else to say about it. All right, cool. Very, very, very cool card. We have super chats. Megamika still has to owe us a super chat, but we're gonna go to Barakat Music. Did we look at Mornsong Aria, that plus opposition agent? We have in the other show, so please give us another one. These are like 2 cards that I've seen in the prior video. So if you have another card, let us know. Otherwise, we'll donate it later. Yeah, I know. I'm actually big on this Mornsong Aria. Okay, we can bring it up for a second. I did talk about it at the last... Oop. Give me a second here. Oh. There we go. Mornsong Aria. I'm very, very optimistic about this card just because you can't kill it. No, it was removal anyhow. Okay, Christopher B wants Harmonized Crescendo. This is a 6-mana convoking instant. Choose a creature type. Draw a card for each permanent you control of that type. I think we saw that last time. But also great value. Mostly for Merfolk players. Maybe for Fairy players. Oh, they don't. Fairy players don't have a whole lot of fairies. But at least you can convoke it into play. Turiat with the Reaper King. We also did Mirror Form. Sorry about that. We just did that one. We did that. It was like one of the first cards we did in the beginning of the show. The Reaper. Is it back? The Reaper. Oh, sorry. It's called the Reaper King. Sorry, the Reaper King No More, which is either 3 mana or 6 generic for 3/3 Scarecrow. When the Reaper when the Reaper enters, put a -1/-1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures. Whenever a creature an opponent controls with a -1/-1 counter on it dies, you may put that card onto the battlefield under your control. Do this only once each turn. If you want to do something right, you got to do it yourself. That's what the Reaper is doing. Reaper is getting up off its butt to reap. I have no idea how to use this card though. Does anyone have an idea? Like, what's the idea? Whenever a creature an opponent controls with a -1/-1 counter on it dies. Oh, so like we distribute a few counters, then we just actually kill them with removal, and then we keep them. I guess that's fine. Yeah. Oh, you're 10/10. Okay, I'm gonna put one -1/-1 counter on it. You know what? Maybe I'm also gonna like play Terminate on it. It's over. Yeah, it synergizes with Blight. So the more Blight that's on the board, the more creatures you gain. It's like persist for you. If you persist, you get it. All right, Brock. Sorry, Barakat. Chronicle of Victory. I don't think we've seen this one. 6-mana legendary artifact. When it enters, choose a creature type. We did this one as well. I think we're running at the bottom of the barrel here until Wizards puts more cards on their card image gallery. But it gets, yeah, the creatures you control of the chosen type get +2/+2, have first strike and trample. Whenever you cast a spell of the chosen type, draw a card. Also for the elf players. Elf players are eating very good from this set. Talithar, Bloom Tender. Bloom Tender. Ooh, look at that art. It's gonna go so hard with Door to Nothingness in Modern. What? Talithar, Door to Nothingness, Modern. Can't put those two words together like that. Not so easily, anyhow. This is a 2-mana 1/1 Elf Druid with Vivid. Tap for each color among permanents you control. Add 1 mana of that color. You know, this feels like a card that would have gone in Invasion. I don't know if anyone played that set like me. I'm an old timer. So back in the year 2000, they came out with like a multicolor set called Invasion. It just feels like a card that they would have had back then. Doesn't really feel... I mean, I know they're bringing this Vivid thing into focus, but this doesn't feel very Lorwyn-like, if you ask me. Manamorphose? You want to use your super chat on that? Oh, you can absolutely. Well, I guess they got a new art for anyone who's really demonic. Add 2 colors and any combination of colors. Draw a card. That's fantastic. I thought I knew what Manamorphose looked like. I was wrong. Looks crazy. Bloom Tender is a reprint? Yeah, I believe it. Invasion was Utopia Tree. Yeah. So I mean, the Bloom Tender though feels like it could be it was like a Utopia Tree. Invasion was where Randy B got his way in creeping the power up on creatures. Interesting. I didn't feel like the creatures were really all that strong back then. Next. Do we do Deep Way Navigator? I don't know if we did Deep Way Navigator. You're making me curious. Oh! Oh! A Flash 2/2 Merfolk? It's a wizard! It's also in white, which I'm not a big fan of. When this creature enters, untap each other Merfolk you control. As long as you attack with 3 or more Merfolk this turn, Merfolk you control get +1/+0. Ah, that sucks. I don't have 3 Merfolk on the battlefield usually. Those creatures untap each other Merfolk you control. So like I can play Rishan Dockhand, tap someone's land, play this thing at flash speed, untap my Dockhand, retap another land. I don't have a lot of tap abilities in Merfolk. I'm trying to think. Not really. Yeah, I need to splash white, which is... It's not good, all right? It's not good. Zora's Merfolk. When they're good, and they're not that good. You know, the 4 mana tap something down, draw a card is not bad, but it's like 4 mana, which is I mean, it's supremely awkward. Okay, next up. Okay, hold on. Is there anything else I have to say about this? This creature enters, untap each. The ETB is like stone cold useless if you don't have anything in play. I would err to believe that this is not a very strong card, sadly. Bearcat music. Painter Servant. We've definitely not looked at that. Painter. Oh, sorry. Painter's Servant. Painters. Maybe maybe some cards were they existed in the past, but I just couldn't find them on this on the card image gallery because it's so anal about how specific I have to look up the card. Lorwyn Merfolk are Azorius, unfortunately. I know. Painter Servant. This is a 2-mana 1/3. Painter Servant is a Scarecrow? Honestly, never looked at the creature type. As the creature enters, choose a color. All cards that aren't on the battlefield, spells, and perms are the chosen color in addition to their other types. I have you all know this card used to be banned. Also a very strong card in Legacy. Still is. It's a pretty unique art. The art for Painter Servant is pretty stale, to be honest. It's pretty. I'm not really a fan of the OG art. I don't know what a Painter's Servant is, but I was not a fan of the original one. It's a good reprint. Did it need a reprint? Painter's Servant seems like the type of card people just want like build jank around. They build good stuff around it and they also build the jank. If only Grindstone was in the big score. Where the hell did that come from? That's such a weird comment. Okay, Almond wants Winnowing. Did we do this one? Sorry, Almond, we did that one. It's been done. Where were we? We're on Painter. Okay, do we have any other cards? It's a Scarecrow that's, well, a Painter's Servant. I didn't know a Scarecrow could draw so well, let alone paint. Painter's Servant needed a reprint to keep the prices at affordable rates to combat speculators. Okay, Steve Cooper wants Ashling the Limits. Sorry, the Limitless. Oh, see, okay, I have to put a comma here or it doesn't. So maybe there are some other cards earlier we can look up again. Because if I don't use the comma, it's not going to find it. Wizard's website sucks. It's worse than Scryfall, which is worse than Google. Google would find anything. Ashling the Limitless is a 3-mana 2/3 elemental sorcerer. Where's... I need some sound effect for this. Elemental spells you cast from your hand have Evoke 4. Sounds like a downside, to be honest. Whenever you sacrifice a non-token elemental... Okay, that could be strong. Create a token that's a copy of it. The token gains haste until end of turn. At the beginning of your next end step, sack it unless you pay Wooburg. This is insane! This is absolutely nuts. So what someone can do is play Ashling the Limitless and then be like, okay, I'm going to Solitude. Okay, bam, bam. Bam, bam, your 2 cards. So, yeah, I think this is a very, very rude card to print. I'm already not a huge fan of elementals in the first place. Are there any good mill cards? Not that I've seen so far. Sometimes they made some... Yeah, they made some milling merfolk in the first Lorwyn. I don't think they're coming back, though. Havno says, the new Ajani is officially released on Arena, apparently. Not sure a good place to find it, though. The new Ajani? Maybe it's on... Well, okay, I'm just gonna finish here. Is there like a full name to that Ajani? Remember, 2 evoke costs on standard Lorwyn elementals. True story. That is incredibly random and inaccurate. Okay, it's called... Bearcat says it's Ajani... comma... No, can't find it here. How about here? Johnny Outland something. No, it's not. It doesn't exist yet. We're gonna have to wait until Thursday. Thursday we'll look up. We'll see everything that was missed. Okay, let's look at Talathar's Tristan. The Callus, there's a few Tristans apparently. The Callus Cultivator, Self-Mill. For anyone that's really... Well, we got Self-Mill if you're into that. Probably not, but we got Self-Mill. 3 mana, 3/4 Elf Druid with Death Touch. This card is so big. I thought the elves were pathetic and weak. And look at this person. It's like a king. Why would this king have such power and toughness? I thought kings are weak. It's not like the king is training or anything like that. Whenever this creature enters or transforms into Tristan Callus Cultivator, mill 3 cards. Then if there is an elf card in your graveyard, you gain 2 life. At the beginning of your first main phase, you can pay a black. If you do, we transform this card into Tristan Penitent Color. It's a 3/4 Elf Warlock with Death Touch. When the creature transforms, mill 3 cards, then you may exile an elf card from your graveyard. If you do, each opponent loses 2 life. This is interesting. I think this is a pretty good grinding card. You are almost certainly going to get value. It's just like, okay, if there is an elf card, gain 2 life. So it's basically 3 mana, 3/4, gain 2 half the time or something. He's a wannabe king, according to the preview video. So Scar from Lion King, right? I just want... I can't sing the song. Can't even remember anymore. Holy F on an effing sandwich. Surprised he can't teleport or talk to snakes. I didn't think he could do any of that stuff in the first place. His voice gives him super strength. Mika Mika, you still have a super chat. Don't let it go cold and uneaten. Simba? Well, Simba didn't have to want to be a king. Oh, Simba wanted to be a king when he was a baby. Turns out he was a king when he was a baby. He just didn't know it. How many of you cried when Mufasa died? Don't lie. A non-zero number of you cried when that happened. It's okay, I'm not judging you. I'm not judging at all. Simba sings the I just want to be a king. But Scar also wants to be a king, more desperately. I cried and I hated that movie. What, you hated it out of embarrassment? I loved Lion King when I was a kid. I didn't at all, even when I saw that in the 1990s VHS version. Bryce already still can't wait to be a king. Okay, next up, let's take Bearcat has a card. Mass of Mysteries. And frankly, you also super chatted several times, so maybe this can be contributed to one of the super chats. This card looks goofy. We've got like a horse's head and a dragon's butt. 5 mana for a 5/5 elemental. First strike, vigilance, trample. This the whole thing is like looks like a commander card. Sorry, not a commander card. It looks like a custom designed card from the our custom Reddit. At the beginning of combat on your turn, another target elemental you control gains myriad until end of turn. Okay, actually, this card actually doesn't have nearly as much words on it. It's just filling up space for the what's it called? The reminder text, which I appreciate, Wizards, because I also can never remember what myriad does, even though I sometimes play commander. The card's okay. You know, you get your value for 5 mana. Old Friend Bear with Virulent Emissary. Ooh, this is a 1 mana card. With Death Touch. Those are sneaky cards. So it's a 1 mana 1/1 Death Touch. Whenever another creature you control enters, gain 1 life. They put a they combined Soul Sister and what's it called? What's that snake called? Asp Serpent or something? Asp Serpent doesn't make any sense. It's like saying snake. Deadly Asp? I can't remember. There's a 1 mana like 1/2 snake out there. They just combined the two and put in an elf assassin. That's power creep. Ladies and gentlemen, that's power creep right there. Yeah, they have okay, the gain life side is Soul Warden. But I don't know what to compare this to for the Death Touch side. Ankle Biter? Is that a card? It's a cute name, actually. Bite them ankles. That's what the wolves do, apparently. Okay, this sounds real. We have a card, and Pabno is vouching for Steve Cooper. Should have been black-green hybrid. You know, probably what's the problem with that is getting life for nothing in black is probably not a very black thing to do. Whereas with green, green is sort of death touchy. There are snails that you can eat that will kill you. That's it. That's your funeral right there. Yeah, I was like in Taiwan, and my wife and I saw this big snail, and I approached it. And my wife was like, "Don't touch that thing; it'll kill you." Or like, I wasn't gonna eat it. I'm not gonna pick this stupid thing up off the ground. But I'm just saying, you know, nature is poisonous sometimes. Not necessarily. How do I put it? You know, the black of the color pie is not the only deadly color out there. Never trying a snail now. Thank you very much. You're welcome. I had no idea a snail could be poisonous and kill you. And she told me about situations in the past where, like, you know, kids would be playing outside, and then one kid dares the other kid to eat the snail, and then the kid died. Because apparently, I don't know. They didn't grow up in Australia where everything could be venomous. Were there any modern playable merfolk in this set? Oh, absolutely. But we looked at them on the last spoiler show. Black doesn't need more death touchers. Yeah, I guess so. Green also has plenty of death touchers. So Samuel says, now you have to choose, do you like the life gain or do you chump? Well, probably you're not putting that decision, right? The whole point of having the death toucher is it disincentivizes your opponents to even attack into you in the first place, unless they're attacking you with other 1/1 tokens, which in that case, you probably lose out on all that. Violent Beetle says, freshwater snails are apparently somewhere on top of animal-related deaths. I think that's because of the parasites. Sounds awful. Christopher B wants to get back to what's really important. Back to Lion King. Anybody remember the recurring singing snail in the Timon and Pumbaa show? No, I don't remember. I didn't know there was a Timon and Pumbaa show. True facts, when I was a kid, I had a baby Simone plushie. True story. I have no idea where it went. Probably went to a thrift store at this point. Okay, do we have any other cards for today? Because we're not going to look at this stuff tomorrow. Okay, Christopher B wants a second card. High, perfect, Morkant. Whatever the hell a Morkant is. Am I pronouncing that right? What's a Morkant? 4 mana for a 4/4 elf noble. Whenever a high, perfect Morkant or another elf you control enters, each opponent blights 1. That's nasty. So now elves can be drawing cards. Also, elves can completely nuke the opponent's board at the same time. Tap 3 untapped elves you control to proliferate? That is disgusting. Activate only as a sorcery. It doesn't matter. So this is... What's the green creature? Heritage Druid. This is the Heritage Druid of Death. That's the only thing I'm seeing. This is a real king. Isn't this the queen? The queen of the elves. It's her name? Oh, okay. High Perfect Morkant? Her name is Morkant? I don't think so. I doubt it. Yeah, okay. Oh, she's a queen, all right. That's right. Queen, King, Queen, Monarch, Shrug. What are the names? Monarch, Royalty. Millions of different words. So much elf nobility tonight. Yeah, there's more kings and queens, and do they have princes and princesses in the elf hierarchy? I don't know if we've ever seen one. It's like you just get immediately... I don't even know how you get promoted to king and queen. Is it actually in your blood, or is it based on a democracy of some sort? Anyway, this is a very unfun looking card to face off, in my opinion, because of the... well, only if the opponent is like really going off with their elves, playing elves, shrinking my board, playing more elves, shrinking my board. To be honest, I was probably already dead, but I didn't want to be more dead. I'd like to have like a little bit of a board when my opponent swings with Craterhoof. Why did they have to make her so bad? Well, I don't know. Maybe they just caught her at a bad angle over here. I don't know the lore, but they're apparently really obsessed with beauty. So may the prettiest gets to rule. They're very shallow, are they? Very shallow, naughty elves. But they're a huge fan of the aesthetic. Okay. That is going to be it for today. That's not it. It's not over. Do you know why? Because Wizards is stupid and they haven't updated their entire card gallery with all their cards. There's gonna be more exciting cards coming, you're gonna catch them when you're here at weekdays, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be there or be square. Thanks to everyone who supports the show. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of the show, or even super chat so other people are part of the show. I'm gonna remember your super chat, Mega Mika. Remember your super chat. You have a free super chat one day. And thanks to everyone who's here to be part of the discussion and suggesting cards. People like Bell, Pabno, Christopher B. We've got Mercenary, Steve Cooper, Argentina, Mappius, Jess, Adaptus, Talthar, Bell again, Bearcat Music. We got Foxy Poxy, and many more. So as usual, my coffee crew, keep brewing those coffees, and we're going to keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.